So today I built a basic voting system in Fortnite Creative that only requires 3 different types of devices. So you'll see I send in this player counter and it counts me, but all the other ones are not counted. So if I go into this zone, it counts this one. If I go into this zone, it counts this one. And basically, whichever zone has the most amount of players is the one that's going to trigger because the amount of players is decreasing. And you'll see this trigger activates because this one is the one that won. So I'm going to show you how to build this simple voting system. So the system is pretty simple and requires only 3 devices. So first off, you have the sequencer, which I'm going to be infinitely looping. You can select the activate on game phase, or you can just trigger it whenever you want. But this is essentially going to be the thing that counts the amount of votes. And you're going to stop the sequence from receiving from 399 or whatever channel you want. Basically, that's going to be here. Whenever any of these succeeds in the vote, it's going to trigger on this to end the sequence. In the sequence, you have this trigger, which is 401, which is going to compare players in this zone. And we're going to be decrementing all player counts on all of these devices when receiving from 400. And 400's right here. This one right here. So this is going to decrement the amount of players needed. So this is going to be 12. When that 400's hit, it's going to be 11, etc., etc. And we also have the reset player count we're receiving from 399. So if you want to reuse this in the same round without having to reset the match, you would use this setting, but you don't have to do that. I also disabled it, but that's also not very necessary. And when the count succeeds, you'll transmit on 411. 411 is what's going to trigger 399, which is going to end the sequence, and it's also going to trigger whatever you want to happen. So the same thing is going to happen for these, but you just assign your own channels. I just added 1 to the previous channels, besides 399, of course, or any of like the sequencers, and 400, of course. But it's a very simple system, and I'm just going to re-show you these player counter settings I put down. So you want compare on count change to be set to no. You want to transmit on signal only. It should be in a zone because that makes it easier to count specific players, and all the other specifics are up to you.